what's going on? We're back here with Kid Icarus Uprising, where we're rocketing into Chapter 13 here. Chapter 12, the last one, was the first one that really... Chapter 9 was tough. Chapter 12 was the first one where it was really like, oh my god, I'm stuck on this thing that I don't understand how to get past. And even then we weren't stuck horribly long, but it was certainly like among our longest and most difficult episodes yet. Not the chapter was long, but the recording was long. But I'm super freaking thrilled because the Lunar Sanctum sounds like the coolest place ever. Let's go! Will we be meeting this person who's here beside Veridi and their little treasure hunt thing sometime soon? Mayhaps. I mean, I guess they have to be introduced at some point. I'm just guessing they're like Veridi's second in command, since I know basically nothing else about them except that I'm pretty sure I've seen them in Smash, and they show up right next to her on the treasure hunt. But let's rock it on in there and give it a whirl. We got loads of hearts since last time we were profiting every time we lost, because that place just had lots of hearts.
I will go soaring through the sky.
You what?
Enemies, I'll dish them up and us to fry.
Pit.
Gracious goddess of light, watches from up above. At dinner time, I always show the cook some love.
You should do this every single mission.
Victory song I made up. We stopped Veridi. Now it's time to take down.
Did we stop her?
Not quite. We still have to contend with her forces, specifically Arlon the Serene.
Oh,
the who?
is he
What?
one of her commanders?
Yes, and he has a weapon so lethal it makes reset bombs seem like firecrackers.
Oh,
Arlon's
man.
base is close by. You see the moon?
And we
Yeah.
waited till now for
It's
this?
really pretty tonight.
It is, look at all the shooting stars.
That.
Like I said, they're pretty.
Wait
a sec. They're two moons?
They're like eyes watching you.
Is that...
I wish they wouldn't. I get stage fright.
So is that the weapon that makes
Whoa,
a...
whoa, whoa. What kind of moon is
Reset
that?
bombs look like...
That's Arlon's lunar sanctum. Clearly, there's more to it than meets the eye.
Haha.
Very cool.
Because we were just talking about eyes.
And dangerous.
Eggman would approve in a big way. Holy... whole balls. Are we then? Oh, good. Well, the less time I have to spend being shot by it, probably the better. I guess you probably can't get hit by those lasers, because there's no real warning about them. So, I probably should just ignore them and focus on the enemies, really. Ow! He says, getting immediately hit by the enemies. Oh, man. Those things Veridi has, these things here that are like the anode beetles, where they put electric fields between the two of them. That's rough stuff there.
Getting close.
Wow, it looks like we are getting close.
Just focus on avoiding fire.
But we can't be getting that close, right? Because this is only an air battle, and we've only been going for like 30 seconds.
Those lasers are quite the security system.
No joke!
Telling me.
With all this firepower, Arlon must be preparing for a massive attack.
Why
They're really trying to keep us out here.
would I be attacking? I'm far
man.
too busy defending, my dear.
From us or the underworld forces?
You must be Commander Arlon.
Well,
Pleasure
Matt,
to make your acquaintance, Lady Pt.13. And yours
You look like a
too,
Barnaby.
young Master Pit. I have
Oh,
heard
thanks.
tales of your prowess from our Mistress Veridi.
only good things, I hope.
Weirdly nice of her.
She said I mustn't let your attacks spread chaos here, of all places.
Alright, slightly less nice.
Before you cause a most unnatural harm, let us sit down for a chat.
I might consider
Really?
it. If you withdrew your forces,
This is a funny thing to say while shooting at
face
someone.
the underworld army together.
Those decisions fall to the will of Mistress Veridi.
Uh-huh, maybe we could sit down and talk with her, too.
It's entirely out of my purview. I do hope you understand.
Not really.
What's the purview? And why do you talk like that? Bad guys are supposed
Damn it, I
to be
missed
more
the
like,
bacon.
Grah, and I'm gonna kill you.
Ah, the young master is skilled.
Have you met any like that so far?
I see. Would you care to perform more?
That's all I've got.
I find that highly doubtful. I think you realized what you sounded like, probably. And that's why you stopped. Well, that was a pleasant, an unusually civil conversation. Probably the most civil conversation I've ever had whilst dodging lasers. Are we heading inside now? Oh! Howie!
That attack was vicious.
No
I see
joke?
a corridor we can enter through. Hold on.
Okay, let's get it. Actually, maybe this place is just super chill in the air battle. Ooh, treasurefish. I'll have that happy trigger, please. Powie! 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 I wonder what sort of place this will be on the inside. It looks like a hyper-realistic... Hyper-realistic? That's what I meant. Hyper-technological
As I mentioned earlier, the lunar sanctum is very heavily
space
fortified.
base.
But
So,
a victory here could help us contain all of Veridi's army.
I'll take care of it somehow.
I'm imagining sort of like a Death Star type thing on the inside, which I don't see how Veridi approves, but it's all made of metal and everything.
Huh.
But
Their defenses
still
are
pretty
thinning
cool.
out.
I'm still detecting enemies though, so be careful.
oh, not a fan.
The Flagings, the covert ops specialist.
No, they have stealth operatives.
Do they strike
Hate it.
No.
Sorta.
I'm quite fond of them.
I see why. Ah, there's another souffle I missed.
So much.
Your concern is.
Oh, I can run
I
here.
was
Hee.
being sarcastic. I don't care at all.
Oh, I've made bad.
Almost forgot.
This place suddenly became the hardest air mission. Oh my god, this is gonna suck on 9. Ah, no, don't do that!
Go.
Then I'll be inside. Eek!
Yikes! Cut it out!
What was I supposed to do about that?
Flying out, we have to move.
Oh, I can shoot them. Oh, okay. That wasn't clear to me. Bowie!
Melee attacks.
Good to know, thanks. I think my shooting will do the trick for the moment, it seems. Good thing they have weak points on them. Oh man, this is actually a kind of hard
There's an
air
entry
mission.
point through a duct
I was
overhead.
wrong about the
It's
things I said.
tight, So watch out.
Ah! I ran right into that. I can do some food. Oh, that's the end. Oh, good. Okay. That was cool! I love how every now and then we just go into space and we're just fine out there. I wish it worked that way in real life. Oh, okay.
Talk about
Oh,
ritzy.
It's like
Cool.
a whole other world. A classier world.
I'm deeply flattered by your gracious compliments.
I
Who
don't
knew
see how
the lunar
Viridia
sanctum
proves
would
at
be
all.
So nice.
I could get used to a place like this.
I know.
Perhaps you could. But the lunar sanctum doesn't have room for any more guests.
So you have guests already?
It's not that nice.
I don't care how nice this place is. It won't stop me from taking you down.
I understand. You have no regard for other people's property.
That's it. That's the one. At least there's cake and donuts, man. Some things you can always rely on in this world. But man, I really took a beating in that air battle. That's probably going to take us a few tries. Well, I'm nervous about this place, but only way to figure out how bad it is to get in here, I suppose. Still fighting all the Viridia's troops that we know and love at this point, I guess. Save for those covert ops specialists. There aren't too many surprises so far.
Are my eyes playing
Troops
tricks on me?
wise.
Arlon seems to have a penchant for visual trickery.
Oh, so this one isn't actually
Just a little
shooting?
something I whipped up to whet your appetite.
This is so annoying.
Oh boy,
Lady Palutena, help
that's
me
gonna
out
be
here.
trippy.
Deploying the Palutena super sensor.
To
I
do
didn't
what?
know
To
you had
who?
a
What?
super sensor.
I don't. You know I like to make stuff up.
I did,
believe
but I
you're
didn't think
messing
you
with
would
me
do it
at
at a time like this.
Don't fret. You can use the green arrows to guide your way.
Uh-huh.
How did you manage to place those here?
Just God.
Seems you've infiltrated the lunar sanctum's control core, Palutena.
Oh.
That leaves me relatively defenseless. I'd best rectify that post-haste. If
Best you.
excuse me, I must go gird my loins for your arrival.
You're gonna do what?
Nobody wants to hear about your loins.
You're gonna... sir, what? Don't gird anything on my account, please. Dear what's-your-face? Barnaby is what I was gonna call you, regardless of what your actual name was. Barnaby, nice place here, honestly. I could do without all the meteors that explode. The holograms are a cool touch, but, really gonna disorient your guests. I don't know what you meant by more guests earlier also, and I'm not really sure I want to know. I think I better get out of here before these more guests show up. Are we gonna have to fight Barnaby at the end of this? That would be kind of cool. The arrows point this way, but check it out. The sand can carry you that way. Is that just a cliff of death? Well, this is our 5 run, so it's probably the best time to find out. Oh no, yeah, that's you don't want to be there by the look of it. Maybe we don't go there. I didn't expect like a desert base of all things in the moon. What is this about? Oh, is this something to do with rails? Why do I feel like this is something to do with rails? I don't immediately understand what that did, so I've got this bad feeling that has to do with rails. But first, let's get rid of these acorn things before we go guessing about that. I'm guessing this changes there's like a because this looks like the place a rail would be. I'm guessing that this like changes where the rail will go. So I should just start shooting it a bunch? I don't really know. Sure, let's shoot it a bunch. See what that does for us. Maybe this, maybe the red one I'm on right now is just bringing me on a loop that isn't doing anything, and we want blue? Right, that didn't seem to do much, so let's try going on it at blue. I don't remember what it was initially when we first saw it. So blue, now that it's blue, where does it take us now? It takes us to the same place? Nope, it takes us around here. Good. Got it. Okay, so I guess blue is always good? I can't really... I obviously I would have to just trial and error it. But that's alright, we'll be able to memorize it at some point. So I've gone blue, and that has been good for us. Oh, why do I have a danger reticle when... Oh, they're not supposed to hit me on here. I already said I didn't like that. This is taking me around the same loop, I guess. No. Okay, blue is good. So blue is good. I guess you just want to make them all blue. I see a red hourglass and I want to paint it blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. I shot a pile of mud until it went away. This thing blasted me with water. I told it to see another day. I jumped on another rail. No, I actually didn't. This bastard mallet thing showed up. And it was annoying. Anyway, what is this? What was that? The monster from Amnesia? Ah, I bet that was a rail appearing then. Okay, so we've gone blue. I wonder if there'll be any more hourglasses up ahead here. Woohoo! Hologram baddie, real baddie. Oh boy! Pow 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 pow. Nerve-wracking that is. Okay, I did something wrong. There was probably an hourglass I missed that we wanted to make. So I guess blue is always the way. I'm not seeing an hourglass. Like I see one way in the distance, but I don't see one close by. Oh, there's okay, you can swap here. So I was probably supposed to swap and then hit blue, I guess. Gotcha. Just wheeling the stick all the way around. Okay, so it's blue, jump, and then blue. That's the way that we've got to memorize for the rails so far. Alright. Powie! Doesn't look like there's going to be too much more of that. Maybe we're going to be inside this base for the rest of... That bomb decided it was time! And I didn't agree with this conclusion. Just give me the burger and let me through! Thank you. Right. Oh boy, there's one of these tree wrestler things again. Alright. Yeah! They go down pretty fast on 5. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, these holograms are messing with me. That's a neat trick. I dig it. So this is nothing like at all what I was expecting from a lunar base. I was fully expecting like a Death Star.
Image. You'll notice some inconsistency.
Right, this is open on this side. Sorry, no, it's this one, is it? Yeah, there we go. I'm so smart. Wait, hang on, there's another one on the other side. Which one is forward? Ooh, treasure! Ice cream! That makes Pit very happy. Okie doke. Neat. Is there gonna be another one of those such rooms? Oh, yes, there is, but they're gonna make us figure out things while fighting enemies, aren't they? Oh, there's a switch or something here. And then here. And then here. Oh, even though that one was invisible. Cool. And it's not really a security system, as much as it is a fun little brain teaser for visitors, I guess. Okay, so I gotta look for where the floor is here. Nice, I gotcha. I should just be looking at the mirror, basically. Hit this switch over, that would be here. This is visible here, good. Then we go back along this, yeah, for the moment. We go, what? Why would you sprint? This isn't the idea. Slow, Pit, slow. Oh, there's a bit of gap between the wall and the mirror, and I also didn't realize that. I see. I thought the floor in the mirror. I thought it went right to the mirror, which is why I was just kind of willy-nilly going that way. And then I guess we want to go over here, and then please don't make me do this while I'm fighting game. I can also just figure it out by shooting like this, I guess. Wait, can I? Is that not? That doesn't really feel like it's working the way I would expect. Anyway, it's kind of hard to see just from here because I don't have the 3D of the original hardware, but I think I want to come a bit this way and then this way. Yeah, that's the thing. All right, great, fun. Oh, cutscene, huh? Ah!
P2!
What are you doing here?
Seriously, that is the last time I want to hear P2.
Then be nice. Wait, no, really? What?
Here?
I most certainly did.
Oh no, was he fighting with us? No, he's shooting us, alright.
How did you persuade him?
It's quite simple, actually. Just the mention of young Master Pit's presence was enough to send his...
Well, that's really sweet in a way. Do I have to hit him now as well? Oh, I guess so. Damn, I didn't. I sort of thought maybe I would just bring this thing down and then I wouldn't have to worry about him. But that wasn't the actual boss of this place, I guess. Because they didn't give us any drink or anything. Oh, they did give us a lot of cake, I suppose. I better have one of these, hadn't I? And run away while I use it. Oh, I didn't mean to stop! I was trying to run out of stamina like this, because I can actually dodge stuff this way. Okay, now what do I do? Because if I stop, he's gonna shoot me! It's not fair! No, wait! Get away from me! Alright, second he launches one, I'm gonna stop. Okay, I really need this and this at the same time. Damn it. Oh, crap. You gotta get out of here, man. Right now. Oh, I can sort of knock him over, but then he gets invincibility. Oh, geez, that took everything out of me.
Just wait till next time.
Why? Oh, man, we were totally together for a bit there. Well, that went awfully. I used all my things there. Oh, is the boss right now? Oh, well, I guess that's as good a time as any. I feel a little dumb for having used my heal then, but, well, it's a 5 boss. We usually have been able to handle those. Oh, no, unless that was only a halfway point. Oh, boy, is this another really long one? It ain't short.
Whoa!
In space
Bit
is where
daunting, I agree.
we just kind of run past.
Ah! Are you trying to get me smushed?
Huh? That wasn't my doing.
Goodness, so sorry. I must have lost.
This is so cool.
Ah,
It's
sorry.
like the surface of the moon.
Why was the lunar sanctum built anyway?
That information is highly confidential.
That only makes me more curious.
Curious or not, I took an oath of silence, and I intend to honor it.
Now, no need to get all bent out of shape.
Sorry, we weren't trying to
After
make you
all,
forsake
your
that and
name
everything.
is Arlon the Serene.
I am
And so far,
aware
you've lived up to that name. Why are you doing in circles?
But
Stop
back
with
to
the donuts.
topic at hand.
Ugh.
I cannot tell you the reasons why the sanctum was built, but I can say that it runs on my powers. Without me, it's just a husk, an empty shell, an orbiting house of cards.
So you want us to beat you up? Is that what you're telling us?
Sounds fancy.
Or, you know,
I don't
it
think
would be
we're
good for
getting
us
the
to.
whole story here.
You are in no position to demand explanations.
Oh, I can bring this through. What am I doing? Damn it.
And you two are thorns in her side.
You've made your allegiances quite clear.
Been enough talk. Let's get back to fighting.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I think let's get back to losing is a better way to put that, because I am almost definitely gonna die here. This is very, very bad. Man, this place is super long, and it just changes its tricks every 3 seconds. It's like, it's actually a mirrors mission, and it's like, oh no, it's a grind rail mission. Actually, you know what? It's a mission where you have to fight Dark Pit and another thing at the same time. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's a bike mission. This is the mission of everything. And so of course it'd be crazy long. I don't really know how to get past here with without the bike. Oh, is there another rail somewhere around here? Maybe I shouldn't have abandoned the bike. Was I able to take the bike through that wall? I'm actually not sure. Maybe if it's one of those things where I take everyone out and there's a bounce pad. Kind of has that look, doesn't it? What? Oh yeah, that is exactly what's going on here. At least the bounce pads are visible. It would be rough if that weren't the case. Oh, there's a Crescent Moon hot spring here. And of course they had to put another hugworm in the hot spring. They love doing that. Yeah, don't. Be bad. You're bad. Stop that. I'm sorry, you're not all the way bad. So I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this sinkhole here. Yeah, this is probably safe and fine and good. This mission can't be much longer, can it? Wah! Oh my god, and now we're in the Cave of Wonders. Ow! Ow! For the same thing twice. No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Oh, good. Thank you for having so much chocolate. This dodge token thing, which I don't know what it does yet, but you know what? Let's grab it. Any secrets hanging around here? I mean, we haven't seen any intensity gates nor zodiac chambers because there isn't likely to be one here, being that it's odd numbered. But oh no, it's Meebas again. Okay, I've gotten a little bit better at fighting them anyway, but not. I wouldn't say good. You know what stressed me up when you flip them up on their face? I expect them to be more vulnerable there, but it's kind of harder to hit them when their legs are in the air, or at least it feels that way. This is a platform that's going to go up, I guess. So it is.
So this is an elevator?
That seems to be the case.
Crescent Moon elevator. Wow, so pretty! Oh, it's outside, it's alright. No reason to panic. Why was anyone panicking? This is so nice, it's an elevator in space, in the moon. I mean, you'd think there'd be you could probably just have this be like an anti-gravity chamber or something, but maybe that would be unsafe for a plethora of reasons. Oh, I'd be partial to a bunch of bounce pads myself. Okay, one acorn, that won't be all they're fighting in here. One of these laser things. Oh, they're really dropping them down one at a time, hey? What next? Oh, there's one of these things. Yeah! 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 There we go. Nice! That was actually a really small enemy horde. I'm not sure what the purpose of it was. I guess it's probably a lot harder on 9, to be fair. Oh, more. We've been in a corridor similar to this before. Oh, wow, this place never ends. Okay, I guess we just don't touch those. I thought they would explode if I hit
Don't
them.
just shoot wildly, Pit. You do not want to get those clobblers mad.
Won't.
Try luring each one into a mine.
Nah, I think I'll just go.
Pit's lucky to
Appreciate
have such an
the
excellent
advice.
Guide.
He
Though
is.
on opposing sides, I must commend your work, Palatator.
Well, you're very sweet, Barbie.
It's just part of my job.
I feel bad I'm gonna have to kill you.
Besides, Pit's the one doing all the heavy lifting. Which
That's
is
not true.
especially impressive for someone so small.
Oh, this isn't a you're a locked-in room. Oh, boy. That's not my favorite way for that to go. Okay, get out of here now. You. Oh, it's gonna be so much harder on 9. I'm really bad at fighting those things on 9. I'd never wanted to fight one of those in a huge, lengthy mission like this. Okay, used all 3 of my heals on Dark Pit because I couldn't. It's weird the way it doesn't let you. There's like a cooldown before when you can use the next power. Like you can't just go heal invincibility. It basically makes the invincibility really difficult to use to keep the heal alive. which is
Arlon's
like
quarters are directly
one thing I
ahead.
would like to for
Good luck.
it for. Oh, thank you. Good. Oh, intensity gate here. Probably, well, it's for 7 anyway, so we can't do it. That we'll leave that for 100%, shall we? We're getting all those golden laurels. Howdy. Oh, you're tall.
Arlon!
Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. It is my great honor to represent Mistress Veridi and the forces of nature.
Neat. Well met. Sorry, I'm gonna have to shoot you now. Wouldn't be my favorite way to make your acquaintance. I don't really know what you're posing
I
for.
can't
Ooh,
see.
you've got dodges.
Focus, Pit.
Oh.
Pay attention to where Arlon's attacks are coming from. After
Oh,
the
I see.
attacks, shoot in that direction.
Oh, he's a small target.
Good, just like that.
Very impressive, young Master Pit.
Thank you.
Time to reveal the true extent of my power.
His voice sounds kind of familiar. I'm not sure what from. Oh man, maybe this is not the right weapon for this boss fight. It's probably the right weapon for the rest of the mission, though. But I'm thinking, like, maybe, upper dash arm would probably do better against this yokel. He's got some amount of health on him. Oh, but not loads.
Phew! Can finally catch my breath.
Indeed. That tireless came in extremely handy. It does say defeated here, so I guess it hasn't been changing a whole lot. Just a change to obliterated from the last one. This mission's gonna be tough.
Lunar Sanctum diffused!
Is he dead? Did we kill him?
But what's that thing breaking free?
A spectacular
Oh, I'm
question.
sure it's nothing.
An inquiry
I'm
most
not
worth
so sure,
pursuing.
but Veridi's forces are still a threat, so let's keep the heat on them.
Yes, let's. Thank you for getting me out of the way of that rubble. Oh, wow, that was tough. This is definitely going to be a mission where I must shut right up. Chapter 13, clear it without dying, got Veridi. Oh, cool. Probably not Veridi battle. And clear it within 22 minutes. We got the music for it. I'm curious what the idol thing has to say about her. And actually Medusa while I'm at it. But golly, that was intense and cool. I love that it doesn't go exactly where you're expecting. Medusa battle. The only comfort throughout Medusa's quarter century in exile was the thought of bloody retribution against Pit and Palutena. That's really sad. Now facing the angel after all these years, Medusa's wrath is only matched by her fervor for revenge. And she lost to us both times in the 1v1. Dang. The goddess of nature Veridi wants to exterminate the humans on the surface world, believing they have corrupted the natural order, yet she also opposes the destruction and blind harvesting of souls committed by the underworld army. I appreciate that. Look at all the idols we have. They're just raining from the heavens. For the 100% run, eventually I'd like to have them all, but maybe that's not realistic. I'm not sure. But let's start on our way towards it by doing a whole bunch of these and not accidentally cracking things. Oh, orange, nasty oranges. Oranges. Precious. Snow, that's just called Snowman. Two of my biggest nemeses back to back. A yoink! Wave Angler. Those ones have been tough as well, I find. Though they haven't been showing up as much. And Lightning Battle is next! Oh my god, these missions just... After Medusa's final battle, it was like, okay, you're at a volcano. And now you're at a nature bomb. And now you're at the factory of the nature bombs. Now you're on the moon! Now you're in Lightning Land! By chapter, like, 60, it'll be like a Final Fantasy final boss. This is gonna be rough for me. My apologies. And shutting up now. I hope I don't run out my money. But this is almost... I wager... at least 5 attempts it will take me. The latter half of the air battle was tough, and the mission itself was long and windy. Just focus. Do it for the tall, powerful women. Let's do this.
I wish they wouldn't. I get stage fright. Whoa!
Mood. I wonder if that little song he was singing had something to do with... like it was a reference to the first game or something somehow. Or if that theme shows up anywhere else. Oh, bad. Here's the hill you like right after here. Between the lasers you have to dodge and then the holograms you have to ignore in the land battle.
Those lasers are
There's a lot of like distractions in this place. It's cool.
Before you cause the most unnatural harm, let us sit down for a chat.
Yes, because there's nothing unnatural about 2 moons.
If you withdrew your forces and banded with us to face the underworld army together.
If Veridi ever does join us, that'll be awesome, because she's obviously shown herself to be a match for him. That was a really genuine sounding scream. Nice work, oh god, I forgot the actor's name for Pit. Anthony Del Rio? Sublime, anyway.
Right? Because I care so much.
Your concern is noted.
I was being sarcastic.
I didn't hear that the first time.
Go shut.
Yikes! Cut it
They
out.
definitely have more health on this difficulty.
There's an end.
Damn. I just breathed in my own saliva. Can't breathe. Ow. Had been some time since we had seen Dark Pit. I was wondering when he'd show up again.
There's an entry.
On the same spot, too. I'm having a bit of trouble with the, I always find this in the air battles, enemies that do melee attacks, it seems like the only way to repel them is to kill them first, because even if you're nowhere near them on the screen, it seems like if they fly past you, you get hit anyway. But I'm never, like, 100% confident which ones are going for melee attacks, and I can't always reasonably kill everybody. And as we found out in Chapter 3, the dodge does not help you with those, I don't think. So it almost feels like my weapon is just inadequate for it. And also, I don't know what's up with that meteorite thing. I dodged the first time it happens in that mission. I think it happens like 2 or 3 times before that. But that last one, that right before the end, it seems like it hits me all the time. And you can build them up, but again, I think I don't deal enough damage fast enough to actually do that. I'm not sure. I shall give it some more tries and see if I run into that same problem again. See, that meteor I have no problem dodging, but that thing that the fire wizards hurl, that first time, doesn't bother me at all. And then that second time, I get hit by it, like, without fail. Well, only twice so far, anyway. Well, I don't know if I got hit by it in 5 point, but we got hit by it without fail in both of our 9 attempts thus far. In fact, it was the thing that killed us, I think, both times.
My dear.
Huh?
You must be Commander Arlon.
Pleasure to
I
make
realize
your
touching those hurt you like that. Ouch.
Actual harm. Let us sit down for a chat.
That one doesn't hit me also.
If you withdrew your forces and banded with us to
Neither
face
does that
the
one.
underworld-
Graw, and I'm gonna kill you.
I gotta say, I can't say exactly why, but it's really satisfying to break open one of these force fields and then take out everyone inside.
That's all I've
It's like
got.
a little party ball, just full of hearts. Malicious as I guess that sounds. Or sadistic is perhaps more accurate. And this one,
There's an entry.
I got hit again. To be fair, it's also that I'm at very low health by that point, so if I had enough health, I wouldn't even need to worry about getting hit by it. But it's weird that I dodged the first 3 so reliably and not that one.
Again today I will go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up in us to fry. Gracious goddess of light, watch us
Above. Every time I always show the cook some love.
What are you
I'll memorize the lyrics by the end, for sure. Tricky thing about those lightning things is that their lightning tends to blend in with the backgrounds of maps because it's very blue, which a lot of the laser effects are. So it can be very hard to see.
Why on earth?
We're not on Earth.
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
Forgot what?
To close the
Well, you can dodge the melee attack if you're on the other side of the map. Oh, interesting. It doesn't matter if I do it right here because I've got a power. I'm not really getting better at that though. Sorry, pet. Singular Y is the trademark of troops in the forces of nature. I saw that on a few of them, but I didn't really pick up on that altogether. But that does track, yes. I probably don't have to explain, but I was trying to shoot the laser thing and not, in fact, melee the air behind the thing that landed in front of me. I messed up something in the middle there, on the rails. I shot the hourglass while I was, like, nearing the part where it would fork, and it just threw me right into the cliff. So there is some element of timing to it that I will not be able to know without seeing it, but it's probably fine. If I shoot it early on enough, it doesn't matter anyway. I'll say, just before I forget, that I like this mission's difficulty a lot, like its style of difficulty. It feels very difficult, but very, very much fair. Save for that last meter that I don't really get why it hits me. And the fact that, you know, sometimes enemy melee attacks in the air battles are kind of hard to tell if they're going to hit you or not. The level design is very fair, and it tries to trick you, but in very above-board ways, I guess.
Focus on avoiding fire.
Like you're supposed to understand that it's trying to trick you. It's meant to be tricky. in the land battle in particular, with the holograms and everything. I mean, that bit where the gates start closing, it's like one of the most intense parts we've ever had in an air battle so far. It's awesome, and I'm very, very bad at it.
Place like this.
Perhaps you could, but the lunar sanctum doesn't have room for any.
Oh, the rail doesn't appear till they're gone. Right, damn it. Did the hologram just hit me? What just happened? Can that... No, it can't. So I guess something else shot me. Ooh. I guess they're being generous with the health items. Jeepers.
You'll notice some inconsistencies.
It wasn't ice cream this time. Oh, but all the food. Were enemies fighting us in this room before? I can't remember. I know this shouldn't actually be that hard, but for some reason it really, I find it hard to get the depth on that. Because again, you're supposed to have the 3D for it, but anyway.
Presence was enough to send his twin running.
Oh, it shoots you whenever you shoot it. Oh, that wasn't clicking with me. Didn't even see that one coming. I find this fight really difficult because he's so zippy. I have to go be aggressive, otherwise I'm never going to hit him with this spread fire. He can dodge, and it's just RNG whether he does. He stays confused for a fair bit of time. I feel like I'm hitting that dodge. Okay, I don't understand it. Should I go? I will never beat any of the other enemies in that map if I try the upper dash arm, but for Arlon and Dark Pit, it's very difficult to do with the artillery claws. Well, Dark Pit more than Arlon. I think if I had just kept at it and just played defensive there, eventually I would have hit him with enough stuff. I guess when he gets confused, I should really go in. If he gets confused, because that's also random.
Again today I will go
Soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish him up and us to fry. Creatures goddess of like light, watches from up above. Dinner time I sure to show the cooks some love. I'm getting better. In fairness, the weapon I have on, like my weapon, the artillery claws I've been using for all this time, have virtually no defensive capabilities. They've got like a, defense +2 and a health +1?
And yours too.
Maybe? Not much, anyway. So it is only logical that I just die so quickly.
I do hope you understand.
What's a purview? Why do you talk like that? I'm gonna kill you.
The young master is skilled in impressions, I see.
I think with these ones you can actually hit them while they're invisible, unlike those fire mage things. It's a tough one, but I think the strategy is, because if I do the spread fire, he just dodges it every time. Whatever stat they've got, such that the AI, because this is one of the few enemy characters that can dodge, whatever stat they have that accounts for whether or not he dodges your projectile, how do I put this? As far as I can tell, he has an easier time dodging the spread fire shots, basically, which sucks because they're my main source of damage, but the charge shot does some damage too. But as you may or may not have seen, depending on whether I cut that or showed the whole thing, takes a long time to do it that way, but I think it's the best way. And I went into that with full health and immediately lost most of it to the reactor. So maybe we don't take out the reactor first, we go for him first, because the reactor seems to only shoot me when I shot it. So even though I could bring it down pretty quickly, I lose a lot of health doing that because then I'm dodging fire from Dark Pit and the reactor thing. So I think I'm going to do that. Next time I do that, I'm just going to focus down Dark Pit because I think if I just tank it with enough health, it'll be alright because there's a full heal right after that.
Again today I will go
Soaring through the sky, my enemies I'll dish them up and stir fry. Gracious goddess of light watches from up above. At dinner time I make sure that... I keep thinking I make sure to show the cooks some love, but I always show the cooks some love. One of these times I'll get it perfectly, and then they'll all see. I also love how the music morphs from his little song into this sort of like, oh, wait a minute. Between this and chapter 12, whatever one came previously, this is chapter 13, right? Yes. There's a sudden difficulty curve, it would seem, at least for me. I wonder if this will be how all the missions from this point on are, just like they take me like 2.5 hours each.
Go.
Through with melee attacks.
Oh, I nailed it that time. That felt so cool. If I forget to say it before the end, one of the things I really like about this mission is the way it'll be like intense, like brawl, punch, like this huge like fight sequence, and then give you a bunch of healing items right after, and then bring you to the next one, and it's just this like relentless brawl, fight, like that room, such that the tension always feels high because you're never like, oh, I got hit on this one, I'm dead for the next one, because they heal you up. So it's always like, all right, I've got a lot to prove here because I'm at full health. So they can make the battles as sort of grueling as they want because they're always healing you. It's a cool design choice. I appreciate it a lot. The last episode was a bit like that too. There were a lot of healing items that dropped as you took enemies down. But it's cool sort of figuring out which enemies you probably do want to fight, which ones you have to fight, and then which ones you're like, no, I'd rather run past this. Like, I'm starting to think those first 2 fights on the land here definitely are a run past kind of thing. 2 ice cream cones? Someone loves me.
I most certainly did.
Not melee. No, why?
Just the mention of young Master Pitt's presence was...
Oh, he can shoot the thing as well. I knocked him on top of it. I can use it as cover. When he runs around the corner, he's defenseless. Damn. You know what? This Dark Pit fight in this room with this setup is really, like, fulfilling. I very rarely, in a game, when they pit you against, like, your character's, like, dark self, like a one that's, like, another person who fights exactly like you, I really very rarely get that feeling of, like, I have to outsmart myself. Or someone who has the same skill set as me. I'm getting that from this, and it's really cool. The only other time I can remember feeling like this, or, you know, one of the more recent ones would be like the Jean fights in Bayonetta 1, which I played, you know, a while ago, but I really dig it. That said, I'm horribly ill-equipped mentally and equipment-wise to fight this fight, but I do feel like I'm getting somewhere. It is a shame you don't get to see their health bars, because I don't really have a good sense of how I'm affecting him here. I should have stopped off at the training range to see how much damage my charge shot does, because I know roughly how many dash attacks it took me to take him down on 5. I forgot to swap rails, damn it. I guess if you shot this one then, it would take you someplace secret, but I dare not.
You'll notice some inconsistency.
Ooh, instant death attack.
Arlon, did you call Pt.13 here?
I most certainly did.
He's not usually one to follow orders. How did you persuade him?
It was quite simple, actually. Just the mention of young Master Pitt's presence was enough to send his twin running here.
Pt.13 just isn't happy unless he's fighting someone.
You say that like it's a bad thing. You stay out of this. fool!
Just wait till next time.
Destroy the Lunar Sanctum Control Center.
The control center is toast!
That was beyond a shadow of a doubt the most intense and toughest boss encounter in this whole game so far. Holy crap, that was so cool. I hope I beat Barnaby or Wordsworth or whatever I was calling him now, because I don't want to have to do that again. Oh man, that's so much fun. I like that your weapon, he's like a normal enemy where your bullets clash each other. That's a cool effect. I like that he can hit the boss if you lead him to it by accident because they're not on the same team. I like it so much about that, but I'm going to try and hush up so I don't have to do it again by dying here. I forgot this was this.
Where are we? Whoa!
It's a bit daunting, I agree.
Ah! Are you trying to get me smushed?
Huh? That
Oh,
wasn't
we can't
my
jump
doing.
that. I'm dead. I had no idea about that.
I must have lost myself in the golden melody of her sneeze.
That's why you should cover your sneezes.
I would never. A strong sneeze is the sign of a strong spirit.
If you say so.
Then enough talk.
Enough talk, I'm finished. That sucked. I didn't realize... I mean, I guess I should have known because there wasn't a green arrow, but it was the same distance as other jumps we'd have been able to make in the past, so I went... Oh, clearly if I dodge to the side here, I can avoid the enemies and run up here. But no, that's if you go that way, you die. We lost all our health on that one run right after the Dark Pit room. That sucks. At least we get Idle Toss. Oh, the Lunar Sanctum. Neat. And a Hugworm.
Again today I will go
Soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up and us to fry. Gracious goddess of light watches from up above. At dinner time, I always show the cook some love.
What are you saying?
I was really close that time. That's what it is. The better I do with the song, the better I do in the level.
That information is highly confidential.
That only makes me more curious.
Curious or not, I took an oath of silence, and I intend to honor it.
Now, no need to get all bent out of shape.
After all, her name is Arlon the Serene.
I am well aware of my name. But back to the topic at hand. I cannot tell you the reasons why this sanctum was built, but I can say that it runs on
Oh, for...
powers. Without me, it's just a hustle.
I can't believe I lost the bike in a stupid way like that, and the whole mission is botched because of it. That is depressing.
Then enough talk. Let's get back to it.
Wow. Okay, so don't lose the bike there. It's a bit dumb that it doesn't give you that back.
Again today I will go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up and us to fry. Gracious goddess of light watches from up above. At dinner time I always show the cook some love.
What are you singing?
Just this little victory song I made up. We stopped for 80. Now it's time to take down Hades.
Not quite. We still have to contend with her forces, specifically Arlon the Serene.
Oh, is he one of her commanders?
Yes, and he has a weapon so lethal it makes reset bombs seem like firecrackers. Arlon's base is close by. You see the moon?
Yeah. It's really pretty tonight.
And what about that?
Like I said, they're pretty. Wait a sec. They're 2 moons?
They're like eyes watching you.
Aw. I wish they wouldn't. I get stage fright. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What kind of moon is that?
That's Arlon's lunar sanctum. Clearly, there's more to it than meets the eye.
Very cool. And dangerous! I take it back. It's not cool at all.
We're going in!
I'm getting close.
I'll get you there. Just focus on avoiding fire. Those lasers are quite the security system.
You're telling me?
With all this firepower, Arlon must be preparing for a massive attack.
Why on earth would I be attacking? I'm far too busy defending, my dear.
Huh?
You must be Commander Arlon.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lady Palatina. And yours too, young Master Pete. I have heard tales of your prowess from our Mistress Veridi.
Well, that's weirdly nice of her.
She said I mustn't let your attacks spread chaos here, of all places. Before you cause a most unnatural harm, let us sit down for a chat.
I might consider it if you withdrew your forces and banded with us to face the Underworld army together.
Those decisions fall to the will of Mistress Veridi. Unfortunately, it's entirely out of my purview. I do hope you understand.
What's the purview? And why do you talk like that? Bad guys are supposed to be more like, "Grah!" and I'm gonna kill you!
Ah, the young master is skilled in impressions, I see. Would you care to perform more?
That's all I've got.
Pit, watch out!
Huh?
Ah! That attack was vicious! I see a corridor we can enter through. Hold on!
It's not much safer in here.
As I mentioned earlier, the Lunar Sanctum is very heavily fortified. But a victory here could help us contain all of Veridi's army.
I'll take care of it somehow. Huh. Their defenses are thinning out.
I'm still detecting enemies though, so be careful.
Ah!
Let me introduce you to the Flages, the covert ops specialist for Veridi's army. Do they strike your fancy?
No.
Personally, I'm quite fond of them.
Right, because I care so much.
Your concern is noted.
I was being sarcastic. I don't care at all.
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
Forgot what?
To close the gates. And the gates go shut.
Yikes! Cut it out!
The power of flight is running out. We have to move. Find the breakable spots on the gates and shoot through. You can also break through with melee attacks. There's an entry point through a duct up ahead. It's tight, so watch out.
Talk about ritzy.
It's like a whole other world. A classier world.
I'm deeply flattered by your gracious compliments.
Who knew the Lunar Sanctum would be so nice?
I could get used to a place like this.
Are my eyes playing tricks on me?
Arlon seems to have a penchant for visual trickery.
It's just a little something I whipped up to whet your appetite.
This is so annoying. Lady Palatina, help me out here.
Deploying the Palatina Super Sensor.
I didn't know you had a super sensor.
I don't. You know I like to make stuff up.
Can't believe you're messing with me at a time like this.
Don't fret. You can use the green arrows to guide your way.
Now, how did you manage to place those here?
All right.
Seems you've infiltrated the Lunar Sanctum's control core, Palatina. That leaves me relatively defenseless. I'd best rectify that post-haste. If you'll excuse me, I must go gird my loins for your arrival.
TMI. Nobody wants to hear about your loins. Now what do I do?
Look carefully at the mirror's image. You'll notice some inconsistency.
Come on.
Pt.13! Seriously, that is the last time I want to hear Pt.13.
Arlon, did you call Pt.13 here?
I most certainly did.
He's not usually one to follow orders. How did you persuade him?
It was quite simple, actually. Just the mention of young Master Pit's presence was enough to send his twin running here.
Pt.13 just isn't happy unless he's fighting someone.
You say that like it's a bad thing. You stay out of this! What, fool? Just wait till next time.
Destroy the Lunar Sanctum Control Center.
The control center is toast!
In case that doesn't make it into the final cut because I die up here, I got some awesome snipes in there. Definitely put those in me. So everyone knows how cool I am. That I got one cool shot one time. Okay, gotta get ready to run up here.
Where are we? Whoa!
It's a bit daunting, I agree.
Must not lose the bike this time.
This is so cool. It's like the surface of the moon.
Why was the Lunar Sanctum built anyway?
That information is highly confidential.
That only makes me more curious.
Curious or not, I took an oath of silence, and I intend to honor it.
Now, no need to get all bent out of shape.
After all, your name is Arlon the Serene.
I am well aware of my name.
Can I boost it from like across here without doing the
I
fight?
cannot tell
That would
you
be cool.
the reasons why the Sanctum was built, but I can say that it runs on my powers.
Oh, no, what? Really? Why? That's mean.
Empty shell.
Tease.
An orbiting house of cards.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
I don't think we're getting the whole story here.
You are in no position to demand explanations. I am beholden only to Mistress Viridian, and you two are thorns in her side.
You've made your allegiances quite clear.
Then enough talk. Let's get back to fighting.
Deep breaths.
So this is an elevator?
That seems to be the case.
Not long now. I might even heal now. Definitely don't want to die here. There's like one last little enemy room. One or two. Crap.
Don't just shoot wildly, Pit. You do not want to get those clobblers mad. Try luring each one into a mine.
Good idea.
Pitt's lucky to have such an excellent guide. Though we're on opposing sides, I must commend your work, Palutena.
Thanks. It's just part of my job. Besides, Pit's the one doing all the heavy lifting, which is especially impressive for someone so small. Arlon's quarters are directly ahead. Good luck.
Thanks. Arlon!
Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. It is my great honor to represent Mistress Veridi and the forces of nature.
I can't see!
Focus, Pit. Pay attention to where Arlon's attacks are coming from. After he attacks, shoot in that direction.
I say!
Good, just like that.
Miss me.
Very impressive, young Master Pit. It's time to reveal the true extent of my power.
Booyah!
Finally catch my breath.
Holy crap! What the hell? That was so awesome! I think that has to be my favorite mission in the game so far. I think there were missions that had cooler boss fights, more intense difficulty, better banter, cooler aesthetics, and so on. But usually when they were strong in one area, sometimes they would fall a little shorter in another area. A little. Again, the margins are pretty close because all of them so far have been pretty dang fun. But this one, holy crap, like every single aspect was, even if not the best we'd seen, none of them fell short at all. The banter was hilarious in this one. I love Pit's little song at the beginning. I love his little, "Grah, I'm going to kill you." I love Barnaby, whatever his name actually was. He was so fun. I love the aesthetic of the place being a moon base, but it's all like covered in sand, but then you go up into the base, then you go out into the actual moon, and then you go back into the sand. I love the air battle where you approach and then suddenly they see there's two moons, then they're like shooting lasers at you. I love that we got to see a bit more of the hierarchy of Viridi's army. I love when Pt.13 says, "Of course, I just made it up. I do that." You know this about me. I love the way it's like these intense skirmishes. For most of this game, I've been like, I don't really like it when they lock you in a room and make you fight a bunch of enemies, because usually it feels like it kind of halts the progression a bunch. Like there's a lot of forward momentum where you're running through, blasting people and grabbing things, jump up, bounce pad, and then it's just like stop and fight for like, 2 minutes straight. But because they leaned into it in this one, and it was like, you go into a room, stop, and then there's like holograms here, and there's like tricks everywhere. They tried to make it as interesting as possible in each one. And then there was, of course, the little like quasi-platforming segments where you're looking in the mirrors to see where we gotta go next. This mission had so much cool stuff going for it. The Dark Pit mid-boss, it was tough and frustrating, but like in a really good way, in the way that it felt like I had to change my tactics and like kick my brain up into overdrive. The multifaceted nature of you're trying to avoid, like, you can either, are you going to go destroy the thing in the middle first, or go for Dark Pit first? Because at the very first time we did it, I didn't even know he was against me, because he had a gray arrow. I think Magnus had a gray arrow as well in chapter 2, so I was like, oh, gray arrow, he's fighting the thing with me. He was just waiting for me to get there so we could fight it together. But no, that was wrong. I really loved that mid-boss. Easily the hardest boss in the game, but actually, Wordsworth / Barnaby / whatever his face is, Monocle McHandlebar, was also really difficult in a good way. I loved the way that his making the room dark and then saying, look for his shots to see where he is. Actually, like that dynamic was really interesting with the way this game's combat system works. That's crazy. Two of the hardest, the two hardest bosses we fought in the whole game so far for me, in this one level, and one of them was a mid-boss. The mission was pretty long, too. It was like, 23 minutes on a successful attempt or so? Which is comparable to Medusa's Chapter 9. It's not the same. Chapter 9 was like a half hour, but it's pretty close. But I loved that mission. That was really awesome. Man, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself for getting through that, because that was really tough. It was, most of the missions, especially the boss fights, have not actually asked us to mix up our tactics too much. I basically have been good as long as I'm, doing my forward dash, backwards dash, and just trying to keep out of the way of the bullets, which I don't dislike, because I spent a lot of time getting artillery claws that worked that way so that I could do that. So I feel like my efforts in doing that have been rewarded by a lot of the bosses have been able to do the same thing, but that doesn't mean it isn't cool when they make it such like this that I actually have to swap up my tactics a fair bit, which I did for both of those boss fights, and man oh man, not a dry pit was had on that day. I mean, even Pit was probably sweating enough to... Anyway, never mind. That was so friggin' cool. Holy crap, I'm not even sure... I don't think I can do chapter 14 today. I'm so worn out by that. Oh, that was cool. Absolutely lived up to the hype that I had for a place called the Lunar Sanctum. Hells yeah. Although Viridi's not going to be too pleased with us. I hope we didn't kill Wordsworth Barnaby, Monocle McCandlebar. Because for one thing, he was pretty chill. And for another, that's not going to really get us into Viridi's good graces such that she'll want to ally with us. I didn't even think to check, but oh yeah, actually the only defensive thing I have on this is overall defense +1. So really, if I could, I wrote up on my phone the other day what the dream weapon for me in this game would be. It would be an artillery claw with claws with both ranged and melee up to 6 stars, of course. I'd get dash continuous fire +4, standing continuous fire +4, overall defense to the max of +8, and health +6, stamina +4, and recovery effect +4 is probably what I'd go. Because I do a lot of running around when I'm doing my dash attacks, and certain parts of the maps I just want to run through. Overall defense +8 and health +6, I think you'd be tanking like way more. Of course, that's very difficult. We've never even like seen an overall defense +8, have we? I looked it up, and that is as far as it goes. But recovery effect +4, because my heals kinda suck. They're obviously way better than nothing, but they suck. It would take all 3 of them to do about 80% of my health as it stands. And that's only if I don't get hit. So I imagine recovery effect goes for food you pick up off the ground and also any heals you use. That said, there's not I guess there isn't a higher tier heal than the one I have. I haven't looked into my powers in like years. Is what it feels like. No, level 3 is as far as we've got so far. We do have a whole bunch of powers though. I've never gotten. This is what I do in Dark Souls all the time, where I get like a certain set of weapons and armor where I'm so stubborn about switching it. I've never tried Bumblebee, Lightweight, any of the elemental attacks. Ooh, invisible shots. Do you think that would make it such that Dark Pit wouldn't have dodged us ever? That would have been kind of neat to think about. Auto reticle would probably have helped a tremendous amount for Dark Pit. And Barnaby, Monocle, McHandlebar, Wordsworth, actually. No idea about Heavenly Light. And Meteor Shower's a new one. Release a deluge of shooting stars. That sounds really cool. Sorry, just before I end, I know I'm sort of dragging this out a bit, because I'm still coming off that adrenaline high, and I'm not thinking clearly, but what's my charge attack like with this? 60. Okay, so yeah, like 3 of those is about equal to 1 full barrage of my, this. Because this is about, oh no. I thought I did about 180, but anyway, yeah, about 165, so you need about 3 of these to equal 1 of those, which tracks with what we were seeing in the Dark Pit fight, but also I threw in a few of these, which helped as well. Sideways one is also pretty powerful. How about the backwards one? Oh, okay, good to know. The order of power goes forward, back, side, standing, in this case at least. Confusion really does help, though. When you get, it's a shame it's all RNG. It would be cool. Well, I don't know that it's RNG. I suspect it is. It might be like it's like Horizon Zero Dawn, where it's like a gauge you're filling up, a status effect gauge, and once you hit them with enough shots, then they get the confusion onto them. And so that if you had a higher version of confusion, it would fill up the gauge faster. But the gauge is like an invisible thing. I don't know. Anyway, last thing I'll do while I've got you is have a look at the power portrait, because I haven't done it in a while. Yay! Boosh, 70%! We know, of course, that there are some you have to unlock, so probably we're not going to have 100% on this thing. This is a cool thing, picture, though. Until we smash a few more of these treasure hunt things. It's kind of unfortunate it doesn't tell you what the reward will be for it, because it would be kind of neat to be like, oh, I really want this reward, I'm going to go hunt this one down now, kind of thing. Whoo, doggy! Absolutely awesome. What a good time that was. But yes, it's becoming clear to me that my weapon is kind of not cutting it. I really need an artillery claws. Probably my minimum for it would be keep dash continuous fire +4, keep at least 3 ranged stars, but then I really need to get some extra defensive thing. And I've gotten so used to confusion that I should probably try and find a way to keep it around as well. Yeah, we got it though. Oh, that felt so good to like work through that and learn it. Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of Kid Icarus Uprising. Next video on the channel is gonna be some more Fire and 3 Houses are Verdant Win Assassin's Only Run. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Which is like so. Gone. Well done, and I can spell this level. Let's get him some strength, please. Strength attacks are really the main things we want our enemies having.